Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. This is my last video for today. I want to talk about a little bit about the Passport Brothers, black women, and I want to ask the question: is what we hear on YouTube true? Do I believe that what we hear about black women, U.S. women in general, is true? And the answer is mostly, more than not. But you can never judge every case because you don't know everybody. You ain't even seen even 30% of the people. We haven't, as men, seen even 30% of the women that are alive today in the United States. But is what some of the other content creators, such as Minister Jap, and others, is what they say about black women true? And the answer is mostly. A lot of it. I'm gonna give you some examples today. Okay, so I'm out here working, doing my deliveries, pickups, what have you. I go to one particular spot and I get breakfast, right? So I ask her, I say what I always say, like, because I like for orders to be ready so I could just leave with it. So I say, is that a such and such or such and such? I ain't gonna name the companies on here. You know, this cancel culture. And she tried to spin it like I was trying to steal, like I was trying to get over on her or something. And I'm looking at her like, I always ask this question, like, what do you not understand? And it gave me the idea for this video. I'm like, Minister Jap is on to something. Maybe not with everybody because we don't know everybody. But a lot of what he says be dead on. Like, what the reasoning is for any YouTuber, so on and so forth, that doesn't even matter. What matters is true or false. That's what matters. And like I said, mostly true. So she tried to spin it like I was up to something, but I guarantee you if I was white, she wouldn't have did that. See, this is what he talks about with the thing where some melanated women are in cahoots with white supremacy. Let me show you how you know. If you have a different standard for black men than you do for white men, then you are aiding and abetting white supremacy. Because let's be honest here, a lot of the orders that get stolen by them. I'm gonna be just young. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Young black dudes, of course. And them white guys that's doing this work. I've seen it. I know what I'm talking about. It don't normally, I'll give them that. It don't normally be the women. But in her mind, she tried to spin it like many times I've been in there. I was thinking like, see, that's why I don't be talking to people. It's not that I'm funny acting, but that's why I don't be talking to people. Because sometimes when you talk to people nowadays, it's like they don't never understand what you're saying, no matter how simple you put it. Like that's why, like, a lot of time I just be chilling. Like, I don't even really be trying to like talk to people like that for that reason. Then I go to the next spot. Another pickup. I asked her, like, was everything there? And it seemed like she was acting offended that I asked her that. See, listen. There is no law from God that says black men have to be with black women. There's not. That's why, let's get on the Passport Brothers. Is it true that they have to go all the way over there to find love, to find this, to find that, to take the shortcuts to get what they want. Of course they don't. But I can understand why some of them might. The entitlement, the relying on assumptions due to lack of intelligence can be a key contributor to that. Now, a woman using a man for money, you should never let none of these women use you for money. But a lot of, listen man, I'm telling you, when I look back at work, yes, there were some Caucasian women that made problems sometimes. There were. But as I look back on the jobs that I had, a lot of my biggest problems came from black women. Why? Who knows? But a lot of the stuff be true, man. Like, it's not true in every case. So don't try to put words in my mouth. I done met a lot of nice black women. I normally go by the vibe. Like, a lot of time you ain't gotta be saying nothing. Your vibe is gonna say enough. To me, at least. Like, your vibe is gonna talk more than your lips can. And it's like you get this vibe where it's like animosity almost. Like, I don't get it. Like, and it's not all, because I'm telling you, right here, I don't get that from none of them. They all seem pleasant. This other, one of my other pickup spots, they all seem pleasant. But when I look at collectively, a lot of that stuff be true. But I've learned that it's not true in every case. So don't be the fool that listening to these dudes who knows what the motive and the intentions are. Where you get into this thing where you think that other women don't do none of this stuff. It is true, mostly. But these other women do. Listen, man, if they got the same chromosomes, they got the same behaviors. So maybe not in terms of, like, I get a little bit of that from other races as well, but I get more from my own race. That, like, this animosity thing, like this competition. We ain't supposed to be competing with each other. We at the bottom. We supposed to be making a ladder. We supposed to be making a ladder out of each other where we all can climb up this ladder. But people try to make it, and these guys too. Like, don't think I'm letting them escape all this killing and going on. But this is why we can't get a substantial piece of this United States pie. This is why we are the least married and the most divorced. It's that animosity. It's those false notions. It's the misconceptions, the misperceptions that I'm talking about that I experience and that you probably experience as well. And I see some of these same people. I'll sit back and I'll watch out the corner of my eye. Like, wait a minute. You acting like that with me, but not with the white guy. And you don't know neither one of us. That's something you got in your mind. That's something you got. See, don't get into this thing. None of you women, none of you guys. Don't get into this thing where you try to take lazy shortcuts and try to put everybody in the same category, like everybody do the exact same thing. Because you're going to find out. It's one dude in particular that he act like he's just the black woman's bodyguard, but yet he not even married to a black woman. And I think he been divorced once or twice from black women. But he trying to act like he's their advocate, he's their guide, he's their bodyguard. Dude, I know that there's some type of agenda in place based on a lot of the different things I'm hearing on YouTube. You can't say all, just like with the YouTube content creator. You can't say they all agents. You can't say they all part of the agenda, whatever it is. But what you can say is that a lot of what we hear about black women is true. But white women, they the same way. Maybe not exactly the same way. Maybe they take different routes in it, but some of the passport brothers are avoiding them too. They just avoiding U.S. women, period. Only thing I would say with them is it's going to be that, listen, man, I'm not finna do. They trying to turn 304s into housewives just because they don't live in the United States. A 304 is a 304. Like, it don't matter where she lives at. A 304 is a 304. Like, I mean, I don't want this 304. I want that 304. That 304 hair is longer. She got prettier feet. Blah, 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 blah.